Alright everyone, so there's a couple of news items in game right now that I wanted to talk about for this video. The first of which is the revamped and new purchasable packs. You can see it right here if you check the game. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but basically they're restructuring some of the pay to play aspects of the game. You can buy different types of packs. I think it looks good. It's more organized. It makes more sense. Like you can buy certain things to power up certain parts of the character. So I think that helps pretty much everyone. Especially new players if they're trying to power up a specific thing or they need specific materials. You can buy those specific materials. Good change, not really that big a deal, but still pretty nice to have. But the main thing I did want to talk about are the forthcoming updates. And if we take a look, guys, patch 9.3 planned for late October, so the end of this month. There's a couple of really nice quality of life changes, and if I could just get sidetracked for a bit, I was actually going to make a video on how much this needed to be done, like reorganizing the user interface or the way the quests are displayed. It's a mess right now, and it really does need to be cleaned up because, I mean, for a veteran player, for anyone that's been playing the game a long time, it's not really that big a deal. It's more of an annoyance than anything. But for like a new player, like just a second, guys, if you go in here, like you don't know what you're doing, you can go to the events and you see something like this, like look at this, look how many things here. Like if you're new to this game, like you don't know what the heck any of this is, and then you have like you go back to the main menu and you go to quests, like and you look at this and like this is like 7 different things. Like what do you do here? I mean, it's just kind of disorganized, and it's kind of, I mean, I could see something like this like turning off a new player. They can just take one look at it and say, oh man, I'm way too far behind. This game's been out for 4 years. I'll never be able to catch up. I'll never be able to learn everything. So it's good that they're making these updates in patch 9.3 to clean up all that clutter. I mean, we'll still have most of the same things available. It'll just be presented in a better way. So let's get into it, guys. I'll just read out the update and then talk about it a little bit. So, event and sub-story categories. Events and sub-stories will now be divided by category in their respective menus. This will make it easier to check which quests are currently available and also make it easier to transition to the quest type or difficulty level you are looking for. So basically, they show a little picture here, guys, and the way it's going to be organized is, limited time quests. Those are the events, the special events we get every couple of weeks. And then you have the power-up quest, which is just everything that's like used to power up your character. So crystals, jewels, droplets, those resurrection rings, what have you. That will all be in one space. Perfect. I love it. It makes it easier for new players. If they're looking for a specific thing to level up their unit. Makes it easier for me too because I don't have to see it. I don't have to scroll through a bunch of things I'm not going to do. Raids as well. Guys, raids are going to be available. Every raid is going to be available all the time from now on. So that is about time, Caleb. The days of us having to wait like a couple of days for a specific raid character we need to be released, we're not gonna have to do that anymore. All raids available all the time, in a separate category too, so it doesn't clutter up the events list. Love it, Caleb. Love it. I don't know why it took you so long to do that. Also, difficult quests. I'm assuming that would be stuff like Inheritance Zone or Droplet Trial. Maybe not Droplet Trial. They said they are going to add some new difficult quests to get the Transcendence materials, so maybe that's where that'll go. I don't know what's going to be in difficult quest yet, guys, so let's read on. Like I said, raid availability times are changed. All raids available all times. There's not going to be any more co-op raids, guys, but to balance that out, if we look at the extended information, they're going to increase the drop rated characters from the single player mode. So it's going to be easier to get characters from single player raids, which is very nice. I mean, co-op raids were nice because you got more characters and stuff like that, but they weren't really necessary. They were kind of redundant, and we have enough co-op content in the game now where co-op raids are not really something that people would play that much. I mean, why would you? It's so much faster to do a single player raid. But here's the changes that are going to happen, guys. All raids available all the time. Love it. Reduced difficulty for hard quest. I think that's the middle difficulty, but correct me if I'm wrong. Increased character drop rates and numbers of characters dropped. So they're increasing the number of characters you get and the rates at which you get them. So I assume it'll be at the co-op level of drops or something close to that. Increased raid points as well. So every time you do a raid, you get more points. So it's just easier to get characters and you can get them whenever you want. Also, there's no droplets, so the only way to get droplets now is going to be from the droplet trials, which that's fine. I'm fine with that. You know, I mean, it kind of does make sense. And droplet trials, they're going to buff the droplets that you get from droplet trials, and you're not going to get raid characters. So it's just reorganizing what you get from what stage, basically. It's just a much cleaner, much cleaner farming system. You know, you farm raids for raid characters. You farm droplets for droplet trials for droplets. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's just cleaner like this. You know, you don't got to farm raids to get droplets, or you don't have to farm droplet trials to get raid characters. That doesn't make no sense. Also, enriched droplet zones will get an increased number of droplets. So those are the changes to raids. I love them. I think it's much better this way. Much more new player friendly as well. And it's much more convenient for older players. Also, like I said, guys, they're removing intensive cores. You're not going to need intensive cores now that they have the raids available all the time. So that makes sense. They're also, sadly, they're getting rid of the OG co-op 13 court squad guards. 13 court guard squads is going away. Visored attack is going away. March of the Arakar is going away. So rest in peace to all the OG co-op that we used to grind for 1-star accessories 4 years ago. I mean, it's kind of sad, guys. It's a little bit sad, but, you know, it'll clean up the co-op interface a little bit. So, you know, I mean, when was the last time I played? Maybe we should do a live stream where we just do those old school co-ops just for fun. Also, raids, co-op raids are going away. Fine by me. All right, guys. So that's the changes for the raids and the raid characters. Very nice, you know, just to clean things up. I mean, I keep repeating it over and over, but I think it's a huge deal. Let's go back to where I was talking about. I'm not going to edit anything, so you're just going to have to watch me. Okay, Bleach Cowboy don't edit no more. Alright, so what else, guys? Soul tree improvements. When attempting to power up a soul on a character's soul tree, you will now be able to tap the icon for any items or characters you need to unlock that soul to see a list of quests where that item can be acquired and then transition directly to the quest of your choice. Yes, Caleb, yes, thank you. You need to do this not just for the soul tree, but for everything in the game. I've been playing a couple of other mobile games on the side here, guys, like Fist of the North Star and Aurora 7, and they all have this feature now, you know, where if you need a specific item from to power up your character, you click on the item, and it sends you directly to the stage you need to go to. Nice. Beautiful quality of life improvement. It's going to help new players out a lot, because they won't have to hunt for where to go, and it's going to help us too, like us veterans. Just a great quality of life improvement. You know, I've always thought it should be that way. You know, if I'm doing my soul tree and I come to a node where it says I need to get like 5-star Kenpachis, I should just be able to click that node, and then it gives me a choice of where I can get that character. I click on that and it sends me directly to the quest. I love that change. Do that for Transcendence too, and we're good. Also, get clearance history function added to Chronicle quests. This has been the biggest pain in the ass for Chronicle quests, guys. Every time you need to get a different color of the bag, you got to go change your team. They add the bonus characters, and then you got to do the quest, and then you got to, like, if you want to do the other color, you got to... It was just annoying to change your team every time you wanted to farm Chronicle quest. Now they're putting it in so it memorizes what you had the last time you did a specific Chronicle quest. So, for example, I'll just show you. Like, I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just show you here. So, I've been trying to get as many of these bags up here as possible, because you use that to buy Transcendent stuff. And if you go here, say I wanted to farm white. Okay, so now I got to go to white. I gotta look what the bonus characters are. Okay, so it's green Orihime, and I have the orange Ichigo. Okay, so green Orihime and orange Ichigo. Let's go in there. Okay, so now I got to change to green Orihime and orange Ichigo. So now I gotta find orange Ichigo. Where is he at? He was right here. Okay, and then I gotta go back here, and then go back to slot 3. Change this to Orihime. There she is. Confirm, and then I can go finally. So, I mean, it's just cumbersome. It was just a real pain in the ass. So I start the quest and do it again. So now say I want to do the other one. Like, say I want to do the, you know, the copper one, the copper looking one. Okay, so now I got to go in here again, see what the bonus characters are. All right, then I got to go slot 2, change the character, and it was just cumbersome. It was just really, really cumbersome. So I'm glad they're changing it so it memorizes the last team you used to do that quest. I wish they would do that throughout the game, to be honest with you. They need to extend these updates to impact the rest of the game itself, because you need to do that for raids, for everything, for inheritance zone, for all that stuff, and then you'll be pretty much good. You know, just these little quality of life features that have been needed for a very long time are getting done in patch 9.3, guys. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, this is actually probably more hype for me than the mid-month banner. Like, I don't know. And just like the new player experience is going to be so much better with these changes. And we all know that a game survives off continuing to get new players. You know, if you stop getting new players, eventually the game's going to die out. And you don't want to scare gamers away from playing your game because it's too complicated or the user interface is just too messy. I mean, this is great. I mean, KLab realizes this and they're taking steps to change it. So I like the additions. Also, the other changes, order progress added to pop-ups. That's not that big a deal. I mean, that's just basically when you do like a mission, it'll tell you how many more you need to do to finish the order. So like say you're working on the story mode, story quest for your daily orders. It'll say, you know, 8 out of 30 is done when you finish something. So that's not a big deal. Also, here's something interesting, guys. Transcendence quest. We will be adding a new type of high difficulty level single player quest that will allow you to acquire materials for Transcendence. These quests will be limited to 1 a day. So we'll have to see how that pans out. I mean, if you only have 1 a day, how many materials can it possibly give you? I'm assuming not that many. Maybe you get like, maybe they'll do a different one every day for each color. Maybe you'll get like, you know, like 10 small scrolls, 5 medium scrolls, and 1 big scroll. And it'll work like that. You'll have a different color every day. The same way like jewels and droplets and crystals work. So it's probably going to be something like that, but we'll see. They say it's going to be high difficulty, so I assume it'll be on the same difficulty level as Inheritance Zone or something like that. But overall, I do like this update. The quality of life changes. It's about time, KLab. I mean, this needed to be done a long time ago. Hopefully it works out well. Yeah, I can't think of any other things I would add to it. I like the way they organized it in this image. I don't know if you need a separate thing for difficult quests. You know, maybe if you could just integrate those quests into the other categories. But we'll see. We'll see what they do with it, guys. All right. Also, you know, while we're talking about it, I mean, they could clean up this a little bit too. The main screen, like you don't need inventory and accessories. You can get rid of accessories because all you really need is inventory there. This event banner here, I mean, it looks nice, but you don't really need that either. And I don't know, I would kind of like a co-op button somewhere. You know, instead of going into here, maybe you have a co-op button and it makes you choose between co-op and epic raids. I don't know, guys. There's still some things they could work on, but this is a good start. I love the changes, and I'm looking forward to see how they actually pan out when we get them. So I guess that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about. Check out the news for yourself if you want more details. You can read it for yourselves there. Also about the new packs, you can read about that there and check them out, see what you think. But that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.